Welcome to the Seven Crosses series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and we're picking up on the 21st of April 1981. Now this video is going to be a little bit shorter than normal simply because of the fact that I'm having a few problems with uploading at the moment. My upload speed is down in the kilobits instead of the megabits, which means that a 1 hour video takes about 8 hours to upload. So until this problem is fixed, I'm just going to have to kind of shorten the videos down a little bit. For that reason, I want to start by saying a big thank you for all your comments and feedback. You guys give me so much to think about. And I have to admit, the last video, you guys put a lot of information there. But I'm going to apologize that I'm not going to go through every single one simply because of the time restrictions on the video. But I just want to touch on a couple of them. Now, somebody suggested that I should be using ships to move my oil. And I actually quite like that idea, but I probably won't be moving oil. What I would like to do is move fuel from here. Now, but one of the problems I do have with this map, if I draw the map so we don't have in the clouds, is that when I did the test play, when I created this map, the shipping had a lot of problems with these narrow channels on this inner area here. So what I'd be probably doing is using ships to move around the outer side, probably from this area up to these outer islands and possibly across to here. But what I found was if I brought ships down into this area, and this is one of the reasons why I've been building bridges here, is that the ships just seem to get lost and get stuck. And in fact, one case I told a ship to go from, I can't remember, was about here to here, and it actually went all the way around the top there. So the pathing is not particularly that good with respect to shipping. That's the way it goes. Now, somebody also said that I needed a second rail construction. I've got completely lost on the map here, up here. But what I intend to do is once we've broken through and built this, I'm going to shut this rail construction yard down and move that construction train over to here. Because at the moment he's got too far to come, plus he will interfere with this flow. And it means that if I shut this down, I can actually break these links here as well. Now, one thing I do want to talk about is based on another comment someone posted. They said that they were having overpopulation problems with their own personal campaign. The way I look at it is if you've got overpopulation problems with lots and lots of workers with nothing better to do, that is a sign that you've got a healthy economy. But at the same time, what you need to be aware of is that if you've got loads and loads of over 21, so I've got 361 at the moment. One thing that you need to be careful with, and I must admit I've fallen into this trap in the past, is that if I show you the population, if you start to get loads of over 21s and you start to try and build your way out of this by putting out more and more residences, you just compound the problem because the population carries on getting faster. So the key to doing things is, one, don't be too fixated if you do have unemployment and lots of over 21s. But what you want to try and do is balance your towns in relation to what you want to, the industry you want in the area. So that's what you need to work towards. But be aware that don't build a whole town for min-maxing buildings. You can expand them over time, but the idea is that when your town matures, is probably the correct way of saying it, what you should have is enough accommodation to provide workers to your resident industries, and that should be enough. And of course that includes all the support industries, schools, universities and everything else. So that's something you want to get done. I think the other thing I've noticed when I've watched other YouTubers playing, and I don't know if this affects other players, is people seem to be very reluctant to knock things down and reshape their cities. I think it's partly due to the mentality, and I must admit I suffered from this when I played City Skylines, that you try to build the perfect city from the very beginning. Truthfully, that is not how the real world works. If you look at any city that's been around for several hundred years, it's evolved over time, and this is something I feel that you need to do in this game as well. And so if you get a need or something, or say you've got an old building that isn't working there, so say for the fact that you want to upgrade your education, what you need to do is, if it means knocking down, say, a small old school or opera house or something like this that's no longer functioning, just do it and then just build a proper big school in or something like this so that you've got more people around. So I think that's something, a state of mind that you do need to kind of get over. Somebody did suggest that I need to move my main construction office from here, and I think I will be doing that because we really need to get a bit more focus out this way. But first things first, we got a little bit of tidying up to do down here because the coal-fired power station is finished. But of course, what I need to do is make a change here, and I want to do this before we actually do anything. So what we're going to do is remove you and then come in here. Now I know I've lost my income from the border, but I think it will be okay. That's low low, this is high high. I think this is what I'm looking for. All I want to do is drop in something about here, and then I'm in here, bring this road out to here. This should get built relatively quickly, and then what we're going to do is, I don't want a high voltage switch. Where's the high voltage? We're going to make an 18 megawatt connection to there, to there, to there, like that, and then going to, where's my construction office? Don't think, yeah, this guy's virtually out of work now. Build, oh no, can't do that one. We can do that one. So hopefully the road crew will get down here. Of course, what we do need to do is set up a route here to get the workers out from here. We got coal here, so right, we need 20 workers. There's 2 workers in here already. I'm not exactly sure where they came from. And I think we'll get a couple of small buses. I think if we get a couple of 32s, of course this is a permanent route, so set up a route here. Now somebody did post a comment about my bus pickup points, moving the construction office, and it's something I would like to do. I think what we'll do, it's a little bit further away than I'd like, but I think if we bring them down from the top to there, and we'll call you Como. Now we'll call you knife edge, knife coal power. Actually, that makes more sense. I was just going to save you there. Just going to allocate you and you. What's that out? Like that. Because we'll put the line spacing on. It should do it automatically. And you're going to unload. Get fully educated. You're going to load. So we'll get the... No, cancel. We double check that. Sometimes it throws a bit of a wobbler. Yep, you're okay. And what we'll do to begin with is just create local power here. So we've got that sorted and things are going quite well. Now the other thing I need to do is, I think we've finished this office here, and so what I need to get out now is an open hole here, just here, and open hole to, what's it, bulldozer weighs 6 tons, an excavator I mean, we wouldn't mind this one, but it weighs 11 tons, so we have to make sure we get an open hole that's capable of carrying 11 tons. Let me just see. 16 tons. I think we'll take you, because you're not going to stay permanently in here. The construction office. We'll start with the excavator. I'll load you up onto here. And then you're going to go all the way out to here. And somebody did actually post a comment about the fact I built a bridge over the water here. And I'll be completely honest, it was 90% pure whim that I just fancied building a, well, I wouldn't call it a bridge, it's really a viaduct, isn't it? But I really fancied the idea of building a viaduct over here. It's not like I was going to be obstructing any shipping. So it was just pure, God, well, whim. It's probably the honest truth. I wouldn't mind doing that back curve there. What the hell's, what's my road crew here doing? Not a lot, not a lot. I think he's just working on that bridge. So I think you can start work on there. Now, one thing I would like to do is start actually planning this area here, because you can see we've got our shopping centre here, and we've also got our hospital. We've built the bus station. So I think what we're going to do is just see how well Colville is going. Colville construction. What are you working on? You've just got an unfinished road. So I think we can't build that. We can build that. Not exactly. We need to build the secret police, don't we? And what I'd like to do is start to plan out here, but there's a lot of things to do at the moment. And I did originally think about doing a planning video, but I think that's probably a little bit presumptuous at the moment. But what I do want to do is get out to, say, about here. Because we need to start bringing resources out to here to speed up the construction process. So let me just feel, I think what we need is a distribution office about here. I'm just going to buy, I think we're just going to build normal distribution offices. I can remember where they are. Distribution. I think a small one. How many? Medium distribution office. And a part of me would like to. I need an excavator. Thank you, game. Okay, we're gonna have to. I got an excavator out here. I can't remember. We might have an excavator working out here. Are you going to be in range? Yeah, you will be in range, but will you? Actually, no. What we're going to do is, because of course the trucks have got to go and pick things up, haven't they? So I think we're going to put the distribution office there. And then we'll plan our construction office out here. So we need a pretty big construction office out here. Drive the process, and we're going to go for the really big one here. I'm going to put need flat terrain. Thank you, game. Come on. Well, we could flatten this area, but come on. It's not that hard. If we can get a big 32 slot construction office out here. I mean, it's going to be a risk due to fire, but there's not much I can do about that. and hopefully we'll build a gravel road in there, and we'll get these guys on this. I think they've only got no, they've got no road. That's good. So get you building that, and the other thing I wouldn't mind them working on is that as well, because I'd like to get this village built as well. So many things to do, so many things to do. We got this here. What is the terrain like here? Wow. Yes, it's a little bit humpy bumpy there, isn't it? What we'll do is storage. Here. I'm going to put a small aggregate store here. Thank you, game. And then we'll put a up to here. And we need, yeah, just put a small. I mean, these are just construction buildings, and again, we're gonna have to just turn off that because we do need to really start pushing things out. I know the helicopters can do lots of stuff, but I mean, truthfully, I'm going to use you guys to support that at the moment. And what I would like to do now is start building this place as well. These guys have got nothing else to do. I think we'll start building you out here. You're going to have to work at long range, but I think we also, wow. Okay, so we need to, I think they're quite literally throwing everything together at the moment, aren't they? Although, to be honest, this connection is probably quite small. We got workers here. And, of course, they're not really producing that. Once this is built, we'll be feeding into our main construction here. Now, the next thing I would like to do is plan this area here. Because I'm been looking at this. This is getting quite busy. In fact, we did have a message. There was it. Electricity problem. Last chance to buy. Stop production. Okay. Wow. We did. Buildings on fire. Traffic jam. Where was the traffic jam? Oh, it was here. Okay. Yeah, it was building up here, probably because of demand. Because out here we've got no power supply here. Train waiting too long. Oh, where are you waiting too long? Yeah, well, these guys have now come this way. So what we need to do is let you. I want you to cancel that, and I want you. Actually, I think what I'd like to do is build this line in here, and what that should do. And what I want is these guys to build in this section here. Make sure, or you can build in all these sections actually, and make this connection here. And then once this connection's done, he can then move up to this office. Then we can take down the other office. But I think I'd like to get this built in here, because that then provides a possibility that we could put some kind of a open yard store in here, up round here somewhere, where we can then possibly move the what we call it, the prefabs down to here. And of course, eventually there's a possibility that we may have another larger prefab production area over here. Right, so back to what I was looking at. Now, what I'm kind of half thinking about is we've got, let me just look at the conveyor belts there. It's the mods, conveyors. What I'd like to do is put another unloading bay, say, out here, so that we could, instead of putting more and more pressure on here, we could have a second unloading bay here, which will then feed into here. So what we're talking about is putting in a power distribution center here. So if we come to power transformer, is my favorite one. I don't want to fall. We don't need a four-way splitter just here. What I do need is this one. So we need, say, something like this here. We put that in, say, about there, and then we've got 18 megawatt power takeoff here, and then kind of run out to about there. Run about there, and then run you down to there. And what that does is that will run around the back, which means that if I want to put a kind of a pickup point here, well, that will be okay. Because, I mean, we've got plenty of capacity here. So you're going to need to pick up the Nicomo large there. The fire's been dealt with. How are we doing here? Yeah, these have got a bit of an issue with respect to the connection. I think what we will do is, just in case there's a bit of an issue, we'll bring you in support you, because the moment you lot are just doing groundworks, and then we'll get to build around that 18 megawatt power line there. How's my helicopters cruise going? Well, yeah, I did put we've got no connections there. I don't think I really feel the need to pump oil just at the moment, because we got nothing, we don't have anything to do with it. So I think that would be okay. I mean, ideally what I wouldn't mind is to get enough of population in here, and what I'm thinking in this area is to make this like into a small self-sufficient village, similar to what I've built in Four Corners. So we'll probably have a small farm out here with a bakery, so that they can feed themselves and make some clothes as well. Although they could import clothes from the border once we've done this connection here. And then what I'm kind of half considering is that we'll put a small refinery in here, which we can bring the oil down, and then what that would do is produce some fuel. So that's where we're coming from, or going to, or whatever you want to call it. I think we'll hold off on that until we've got that power connection done, because let's on income here. Well, we're making about 1 million rubles a month at the moment, so I don't think we're exactly missing the power export. So we're doing okay. I mean, health is getting a little bit low. Yeah, we've got 750 people not working. I would guess that most of the is in this area here. Yeah, we got nearly 400 people unemployed in this area. I think someone suggested about getting more workers into here. I think part of the problem with getting more and more workers into here is we don't really have the... Yeah, we're just giving them jobs for the sake of giving them jobs, I think. We could probably get a few more people into here. And then we'll just keep everybody busy there. And we got lots and lots of workers on here. Can't think of any more industry. How we got here? How's the numbers of... Yeah, I mean, we got maximum numbers of workers in here. I mean, I suppose one option that we could do is start to bring that second coal mine online, but I don't think... Yeah, I mean, we are gaining slightly. How's the numbers? See, we're not really getting the full numbers of people in the coal mine either. So we could put another bus out onto this route. What's the route here? Yeah, something tells me maybe it's about time I actually upgraded this route. Okay. Whoops. Yeah, we're gonna get some more workers on this, and we're gonna upgrade the route here. So we'll just open that up. And I think we can... We could probably put... How big is this? This is a... what's your carry capacity? The... yeah, you've got a capacity of 98. Say, for example, we pick up... I mean, we got this 126. You've got 57, 85. Quite like you. I think we'll get a couple of you, and you can get added there and there. So that gets you allocated there. Put the line spacing on. And then I think what we need to do is find this guy. Where are you? You just pick some workers up. We'll let you go and drop the workers off first. Just follow the last of the past. And the route isn't that far, but this guy's only 55 kilometers an hour, so he's probably slowing the traffic up as well. So we're gone. Bye bye. Yes, if we get the workers into here, we'll be okay. The only real problem is, I don't know, we got lots of people kind of flowing into there, so that's good. We got any other problems here? We got the maximum number of teachers. Got maximum number of there. Our secret police are doing their work. I just one thing I do want to check is whether I've got the same problem in this series as I got with my Four Corners with coverage. See here, they're all keeping this covered, and we're up to an average of 52% here. And let's just see over this side. This isn't quite so hot. Maybe we need to take a look at the coverage there. I mean, this place is... Oh, I don't know. They've kind of dropped back a little bit here. Let me see. Average 59. You've got people in the technical... I'm just wondering... See, one of the problems if you restrict things, you don't get the workers here. Obviously, we still don't got university capacity, so we got unemployment here. Got lots of workers here, not so many here and here. Let's just check this route. What have you got here? We've only got the one bus. What we got here? Got KM. What is it? You got a capacity of 82. Oops. I think what we'll do is we're just going to put another bus on here as well, just so that we can get more workers into those fields. Oops. Apologies. What do we want here? 57 workers. I don't really think. I think 57 should be 80. Yeah, I think 57 workers should be fine. And we'll just pick up the route again. And we're going to have to come all the way back over here to allocate you. And just press the escape. Of course, for enable line spacing. The other thing I probably do need to check is when we got lots of workers here raring to go, what's the workforce up here? Probably increase you to 100%. Could probably do with some more workers up here. So how many buses have we got on this route? You're 32, so oops. Wish I could. Is there any way we can keep these open? I suppose the only way I can do it is to do that, because you're supposed to be able to pin this, aren't you? Right, we'll get over here and okay, we just get another bus. I think this one probably needs a bit more capacity. This is 57, this is 85, 70 kilometers an hour. 55, I think the chav, we put a chav on and then just add you. Oops. And we'll just get you going as well. Okay, we've now got this finished, so we should be now exporting power again. Take a look at that. Yep. Of course, what we will have now is, because I've just close that down a bit, because this power station's on here now, what we should get is a far better power distribution. Thank you, game. So we should be getting a lot more greens now across the map here. Probably don't need this whole area here actually. Now we can leave it for the moment for historical purposes, but I think the power station is now taken over from that. So what I need to do now is we're gonna start building this out so that we can get power over to here. That was quick. Obviously, Foodfield Main Construction has discovered this and was already hard at work. That's good. Then what that means is I can start. In fact, my alarm's just got off to warn me that I need to start thinking about finishing up. So I think from a perspective of finishing up, what I want to do is, I'm thinking if we can get aggregate loading, unloading, truck and say we can put it out. It's flat terrain. The pylon there, so we don't want to get too close to the pylon. In fact, what we could do is just get this up here like that. And go for 3. I'm still trying to learn my shortcuts. Actually, we're going to bring a road out like that across here. And I think we'll just cut into there like that. In fact, I think what I'll do is before I develop this area, we're going to upgrade this to tarmac, because I keep meaning to do the tarmac. Actually, how busy is my road crew? Yeah, you've got a few road bits and pieces here. I think we can just pick you up there. We've got a mud road round here for any vehicles that need to come here, so we can get that built in. And I think get you built as well. Actually, that's a bit short, so add you guys onto this as well. Yeah. We've got this construction little office here. I'm not sure if he's in range of power. Maybe we'll get him built as well. But what I'd like to do is, so we got one there, and what I'd like is get a couple more. It'd be nice to get one there actually. Just about here. Maybe not. If we can get him built. He's a little bit on the edge. Zoom in a bit. Actually, we'll just kind of push him back a little bit like that. Maybe 88%. Yeah, that'd be nice. The question is, oh, okay. Cancel. We can't really build in there, so oh well, that's the way it goes. We're just gonna have to build out through here a bit. So let me just see if I can get 62% there. Get 44%. Maybe we can get a little bit better than that. That's the wrong way round. Needs flat terrain. 45%, 40%. Okay, we're just gonna have to go with what we can get for the moment here. I think in some ways the percentages aren't that worth worrying about too much. As long as we're going to go for quantity over quality at the moment. And you can come into there and just that one's the wrong way round. So we're going to have to demolish you. Not doing very well today, am I? If we can push you in a little bit further, you know, I've got to rebuild you. 77%. Maybe we can get this up to close to 100. Let's see. The 83. Push you back a little bit further. I think 87% is acceptable. And of course we're just gonna have to try and get you out here. Right, we've got that road there, and we're just going to bring you down to there. And we're, oops, nearly pressed the wrong button. That gives us 2 quarries, so what we could do is put another one in as well. So we got to have one here, one up there, one up over here. We could possibly get another quarry in here as well. Then that can feed into this unloading bay. We'll get this one online as well. And what we'll have to do is kind of zap our way through all these, what we call it, and hopefully we can upgrade some of these asphalt roads as well. I think that will make a difference. And this, actually, wow, this has actually been, wow, that was quick. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.